The big news in the fruit market was the grape season that kicked off with 177% more volumes week on week and the average price dropping by 35%, while tomato and carrot prices can get some momentum over the festive season. All in this week's episode, which is brought to you by Zimmatic Irrigation Systems, so make sure to stay tuned. The Brent crude oil price remained in a downward trend, trading on $72.38 per barrel due to a ceasefire agreement that took effect between Israel and Hezbollah. This week, OPEC will decide if they will proceed with restoring supplies or extend production cuts into 2025 to avoid oversupplying global markets, which will determine price movements over the short term. The rand, however, remained stable over the past week and is currently trading on 18 rand 6 cents per US dollar, which was helped by rising prices of precious metals, especially the gold price, while investors remained focused on the outlook for interest rates and global economic risks. Today, I'm thrilled to bring you an exclusive offer from Zimmatic. For a limited time, you can access significant discounts on their pivots, built tough for today's needs and adaptable for tomorrow's challenges. Zimmatic pivots are designed for efficiency, water conservation, and optimized yield management. Don't miss this chance to invest in a system that's built to grow with you. Just send me a WhatsApp on 073 1402 698 with the keyword pivot to secure your discount today and take the next step towards sustainable, efficient farming. Grow with Zimmatic. The markets had mixed reactions over the past week, with the average national potato price decreasing to 65 rand 1 cent per 10 kg and was about 3% lower than a year ago. Last week, large potato prices traded lower on 80 rand, mediums traded on 61 and smalls lower on 43 rand per 10 kg. Mondials traded lower on 67, Safras lower on 65 rand per 10 kg. I still think we might see lower volumes from Limpopo now, and that overall lower volumes and higher demand on the market can at least stabilize the price for the next week. The average onion price dropped even more to 43.94 per 10 kg, but is still 21% higher than what we saw a year ago. Brown onions decreased to 43, red onions decreased to 69, while the latest white onion price decreased to 44 rand per 10 kg. Large onions traded on 38, mediums on 49 and smalls lower on 35 rand per 10 kg. We don't really expect massive price movement as said last week for the remainder of this year, with the average price likely to stay in this price band at least until the end of this year. There was some good news for the tomato producers, with the price increasing by 23% to 12.53 rand per kilogram, which was mostly due to higher demand last week. The price is currently 57% higher than a year ago, which is due to 22% lower volumes year on year. Large tomatoes traded on 15 rand 84, mediums on 12 rand 21, and smalls increasing to 11 rand 60. My expectation is for the tomato price to remain elevated over the next 4 weeks due to higher festive demand and slightly lower volumes expected. The carrot price traded on 3.89 rand per kilogram and is now 19% lower than a year ago, while volumes traded 26% higher year on year. Large carrots traded on 4 rand 2 cents, mediums on 3 rand 53 and smalls on 3 rand 22 per kilogram. We're also expecting the carrot price to remain in an upward trend until Christmas due to higher expected demand and can move closer to 6 rand per kilogram again by then. The average pepper price decreased to 14 rand 83 per kilogram and is now about 24% higher than a year ago, with volumes about 5% higher year on year. The green pepper price decreased to 12 rand 89, yellow peppers also decreased to 15 rand 45, while the latest red pepper price increased to 19 rand 12 cents per kilogram. We're still expecting the average pepper price to increase sharply during December and peak just before Christmas, which can be due to higher demand expected. The average cabbage price decreased to R2.44. Garlic prices maintained its current levels and traded on R43.94 per kilogram, while the average spinach price increased slightly to R2.79 per kilogram. Sweet potato prices increased to R7.76 per kilogram. Pumpkin prices remained on a lower level of R2.32. Butternuts increased to R4.15. Green beans increased to R24.67. And cucumber prices decreased further to R8.15 per kilogram over the past week. If you would like to see more detail on these specific markets, please go and download our latest reports on amtrends.co.za for free. Let's however take a quick look at what happened in the fruit markets over the past week. The average banana price came down a bit and decreased to R13.82 per kilogram, which is about R249 per 18 kilogram box, which is now 7% higher than a year ago. We still expect prices to remain on a relatively higher level until the end of this year due to supply that can remain under pressure, but expect a price dip in January. Apple prices decreased to R13.61, while the pear price rose to R15.43 per kilogram. The latest orange price, however, decreased by 10% to R12.39, while the avocado price also decreased by 15% to R30.41 per kilogram, which is now 46% higher than a year ago. Feitas increased to 46, Haas was lower on 28, and Pinkertons also slightly higher on R31 per kilogram. The big news, however, in the fruit markets was the grape season that kicked off a week ago with 177% higher volumes week on week. As a result, the average price dropped by 35% to R35.63 per kilogram. Expect this price to remain in this downward trend at least until February next year, when volumes will remain on a higher level. Pineapples traded higher on R10.45 and lemons increased to R9.56. Meanwhile, blueberry prices dropped by 18% to R40.26 per kilogram. We're expecting blueberry prices to tick up slightly during December. This video is made possible by Zimmatic Irrigation Systems, which is now offering exclusive discounts on all their pivots. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe, and thank you for watching.